Bitcoin just went from $94,000 all the way back to $81,500 before finally coming back to $85,000 again. But what the hell is happening? Is this a healthy correction or is the bull market in danger? Let's break it down. The stock market closed sharply on Monday as President Trump said that the tariffs with Canada and Mexico are going to go into effect.
Tariffs, as you know, will start a week earlier than the reciprocal, which is going to be on a couple of weeks earlier. Reciprocal tariffs start on April 2nd. And I wanted to make it April 1st, but I didn't want to go April Fool's Day because that costs a lot of money, but that one day. But so we're going April 2nd. But very importantly, tomorrow tariffs 25% on.
While all this was happening, manufacturing data came out and it came out a lot weaker than expected. This is sort of having a double whammy effect with the tariffs and weak manufacturing data all at the same time. As a result of this, we're seeing the Treasury curve steepen. Now, the suits are saying during all of this that one of two things need to be true, that A, they need to cut rates, or B, that there needs to be regulatory framework set in place for cryptocurrency. And I think one of these are true, one of these will be true, especially when President Trump has announced that the crypto reserve is going to have Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, Solana, and ADA. While all this is going on, many states are moving forward with their own Bitcoin strategic reserve, including Texas, one of the big ones. So that's the news and analysis and what the narratives are as what is causing this. But let's break down what the charts are and what I think actually has just taken place. So with the stock market, let's start there. We're sitting on top of the 200 moving average. Now, I don't think it would be weird to completely come and back test that, but that's a pretty violent move. But we are getting oversold on the stock market at this point, and you don't typically see the stock market is not like cryptocurrency where it just gets like you have these violent, crazy moves to one side or the other. At this point, it is oversold. We could come back to 5,700 on the SPX, but that's where I anticipate it to go to. As far as the crypto regulatory framework and the idea that we must have rate cuts, that is recency bias in my opinion. So we were having rate cuts during the 2021 bull market, but we did not have rate cuts. We had quantitative tightening during the 2017 bull market. So it doesn't need to be true. It makes things easier, but this was a crazy bull market of it itself. As far as where Bitcoin is sitting at, I think it's at a pretty critical level. $80,000 is where that's where I'm going to put the line in the sand. I would like to see us hold that. As of right now, it's a higher low, which is a good sign. And what I would like to see coming out is taking out 95,000 and having a higher high. This would be a clean reversal. But as it stands, we're on top of the 200 moving average. Now, there's lots of theories that there's a lot of insider trading going on as hours before President Trump announced the reserve, the Bitcoin and ADA, Solana, all the different cryptocurrencies strategic reserve, a whale opened up millions of dollars long at 50x leverage. And then just hours before he announced that the tariffs were going to go through, this same whale went short. So there's lots of theories of insider trading, and I would not bet against that at all. You guys know, if you've been following me for a while, I do Wyckoff. That is the way that I do because it analyzes the market knowing that the game is rigged. For Bitcoin, what I want to see is continuing the higher low structure, and I would like to really see a higher high come in here in the next few days as well. That would be a very good sign. Ultimately, like when you consider all of the volatility to the upside, all of the volatility to the downside, a lot of sloshing of money back and forth and back. Really what's happened is we're relatively at the same price, maybe slightly higher. Much ado about nothing. Some encouraging signs, though, that I am seeing is out of the DXY. Okay, and the DXY, if you don't know, measures the strength of the US dollar. This is on a perpetual downtrend right now, and we have taken out this low right here. Now we are at a critical level. If we could get below this wick down here at 105.4, and get below the 200 moving average, that could really signal risk on assets, because this trades inversely typically with cryptocurrency and with the stock market. So the fact that they are falling and stocks are falling and crypto is falling, one of these are lying. Okay, this definitely is in full on bearish posture right now, though. As for the total two, which is everything that is not Bitcoin, this is basically all the altcoins, including Ethereum. The same thing. It made it was much ado about nothing. You had a lot of volatility to the upside, a lot of volatility to the downside. Relatively, we're at the same price, making a slightly higher low. Great sign. As far as Bitcoin dominance goes, still ranging here. In my opinion, the theory that I'm working on is this is working on Wyckoff distribution, which would be this is the buying climax, the automatic rally, the up thrust, and now we're making lower highs. What I want to see is this to start to make lower lows and take out this low right here at 60.1%. That would confirm my theory. And again, we need Bitcoin dominance to fall off a cliff in order to have our true proper alt season. Overall, I think there's a lot of economic uncertainty, but economics and charts do not match up almost ever. And I think in the charts, there's a lot of clarity and certainty. And here's where it's going to come down to the brass tacks of it all. If 80K holds as support and we can reclaim $88,000, I think that Bitcoin gets to $100,000 very, very soon. If 80K does not hold, we're going to be looking at a deeper correction into 75,000. Relatively either case scenario, the altcoins especially, I think, have bottomed. I could see a little bit more depth with Bitcoin. However, right now I'm leaning more towards 88K is going to be the next thing, especially as of the time when I was preparing for this video. Bitcoin was at 82K and now it's back at $85,000. So I'm definitely leaning way more towards that. Even before I started recording and we were at 82,000, I was leaning more towards that. So I anticipate 80 to hold. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. Do you think we've bottomed finally and we're really going to start the real deal bull markets? Are you buying more, or do you think that there's further downturn? Let me know in the comments. Make sure you guys follow me for more, you savages.